Hello, welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion.
Oh, I'm Darby.
And I'm Alexis P. Bevels. The P today stands for packing, because not only am I packing up, but we're all packing up. We're going to Canada for Canada's Drag Race. Season 5?
Wow, season 5. Can you believe it? Yeah, I can. Because I go through and I do this and I go up and down, but most of the time I'm going, this is kind of fun.
I didn't always love it. I don't love the judges, mostly the judges judging.
Yeah.
I had a great time watching these 2 episodes.
I did too.
I went from, 2, and then by the end I was like, I even turned it down and watched it in normal speed.
Okay, y'all don't understand. That is big doings.
Should we get to know these Goyles?
Yas, queen, work, mama, slay. Well, before we talk about the entrances, we have to talk about they made the decision yet again for them to walk in and walk right back out.
That's funny.
Why do they do that?
I've decided it's for comedy.
I hope that's the reason, but I think it's more of a timing issue. It just speeds everything up, which I appreciate, but then take some of the other stuff out. Like when Brooke and the judges talk to themselves. I don't need to see that.
No, I didn't need to see that.
So let's just go girl by girl. Should we do all 3 of their
I want
looks?
to just do all 3. Yeah, and then we can talk about the first episode?
Yeah. So included in the entrances, then they had to do, which I have to admit, I loved.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
They had to do their own verses on
right away.
Go Off Queen.
Go Off Queen.
Do you think they wrote the verse at home? Like, do you think they were given that as homework? Like, come ready with your verse?
Yes.
I loved it. It made the first part so exciting.
Yeah.
And I felt like we really immediately understood where the girls were and who was who.
Yeah.
I loved it. And then the final category is, what was it?
Oh, it's you oughta know me.
You oughta know.
It's not fair.
No.
Let's start off with Minnie Wang. Now, Minnie Wang was a pit crew member all the way back in
Season 1.
Season 1.
The only time they've ever
Series
had
1.
pit crew members. Did you know that?
Oh, I didn't realize
They brought
that.
him back. They brought him back this season.
And they made one of them compete.
Yeah. They said, we need 3 pit crew members, but one of you has to be a girl.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and preface this by saying...
Go ahead.
I have always been staunchly, if you are hot enough to say be a pit crew member of any sort, I don't know why you need drag. You get enough attention.
You don't need
I'm also going to go ahead and say, am I biased towards hot people? Absolutely. Ask anybody who ever came into my old job at Nigel's. If you were hot, I was nicer to you.
Yeah.
And I'm not proud of that, but I'm being honest and being vulnerable. My
Your tone suggests that you're proud.
My therapist this week, we have to work on acceptance. Isn't that interesting? Just
your failures?
Yeah.
Great, let's start talking.
Well, that's funny. Anyway, so I'm accepting the fact that I am biased towards hot and against hot people doing drag. So I wasn't prepared to like Minnie Wang, but okay, entrance look wise, fine. Yeah.
Her entrance look to me seems like we've seen it 1,000 times, but it's really good. It's
polished.
It's polished. She's not doing anything
automatically polished,
new or different, but it's shockingly polished for what should be a baby queen.
You know I love an Australian accent.
Well, she's from New Zealand, so you'd have to find an Australian for that. But But I agree with you that I have a hard time with, I'm just like this conventionally attractive, super hot guy who was on the show, and I was around these drag queens and I thought that looked fun, and now I'm on the show. I did have a negative reaction. It's not her fault.
It's not her fault, and it's also not like, this is just us being real. I know that we're all supposed to be like, drag is for everyone. Sometimes we don't think that.
Drag was our saving grace.
Drag was our saving grace.
For people who didn't feel like they fit in.
Yeah, for people who didn't feel hot.
And so to see people who fit in decide to do it and get praised for it is hard. So I do want to preface all of our comments by saying I'm working through that. I realize that is not fair.
Yeah.
And overall, I did enjoy them as a person.
I really, and as a queen, I gotta say.
There were queen moments, absolutely.
I really enjoyed. I really am. I'm Team Minnie Wang.
I think their padding is great for their body. I love that they're not hiding from how muscular they are.
Yeah,
I love that they're just working with it. I think it's great.
I thought her verse was kind of funny.
Yeah.
I thought her voice did good. Yeah, so here's her verse look. It's kind of rocker chick.
I think, and I may have made this up, but didn't she say something like, I'm a boy or something? Like, I think she's leaning into
I think she's leaning into like
the masculine.
To lean into the masculine and the feminine, wrap it all
and
up.
as she's doing it though, it's so polished. Like her padding for her body is
even
so good.
her looks just in the workroom, everything she's worn so far, I'm like, oh wow, you put a lot of effort into this.
Yeah.
You look great. And then her runway look, I thought, with the exception of the length, the hem length, I thought it was beautiful. And I loved learning about her, and I loved seeing it. I just wanted the front to be a little longer.
Yes, the front was a bummer. And then the fact that the shoes that she paired with it were white or cream, so it was even more like, ugh.
But the face is really pretty, the makeup.
Yes, I will. I will say this, and this may be my own just hating on hot guy thing, but did it look like she couldn't walk in heels?
Yeah, but
she's giving very.
That's tough to do. See, I'm treating the hot ones kinder.
Jesus Christ! I was a little shocked at her.
Yeah, because she did stumble at the end. She like.
Well, it's not just that; it's her gait. She just has a very,
she's got too much muscle. That's what it is.
Pilgrim. Been there.
She got too much
muscle.
That's
why I stopped working out, so I could walk in heels. Sorry, drag means a lot to me.
Yeah. Let's move on to Tara Nova from Newfoundland. I know she's from Newfoundland, and I know she's got that Newfie charm.
Yeah.
And I know she gets $38.50 per
$37.50.
Or $37.50.
Don't overtip her.
I'm sorry. Entrance look, I thought was fine. Nothing special. Not bad.
Overall,
she's really pretty.
I was charmed by her.
Yeah.
I was charmed by her out of drag. I was charmed by the level of delusion, because I think her level of delusion is perfect for Drag Race. Because she's not out of her mind. The makeup is good. There's elements there that are good.
Yeah, it's all put together.
But it's her.
It's just a style thing.
Yeah, her style, but her being so into it. And then even like, sorry to skip ahead, but even in the second episode when she finds out she's in the bottom again, she's like, it's just hard because I never thought of myself ever being in the bottom, and now I'm in it a second time. That's what makes you a good drag queen. You have to have that level of delusion.
Yeah.
But I have to say, the judges hated her entrance look. She actually got the thorn for the entrance look.
They did rosebud thorn, bud.
I didn't mind it.
I didn't mind it either.
I didn't mind it, but
it's a taste thing, but it's put together, it's coordinated, she looks good.
I think it looks like a full look, and she made it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it.
Her verse in the song.
Her verse was very much, I'm on Drag Race and I'm a queen and I'm gonna put the crown on my head. You know, like she didn't do anything new. But I loved her look.
Yeah, her look is cute.
And she did a great performance. She did this, and then at one point she went like this, and I was like, okay.
Yeah. And then her You Oughta Know look, she was like water.
She was like water.
I thought it was fine.
It is very...
It's a lot of like short skirt mini... It's like 3 mini skirt sets in a row.
Yes.
With like half a
Which I must say, we saw 3 looks from them that they didn't necessarily know
that was going to be in that order.
In that order. Well, that's not true. Well, that is true.
You never know. You don't know what they know.
We ought to know. Do you remember when we first started drag?
No.
The trend of you have to wear 12 giant necklaces on top of one another was like the style.
I think Countess Luann created that.
Well, the dinosaur carried it into Chicago. And I remember we all were just wearing like the longest necklaces we could find, the biggest necklaces we could find, and there'd be like 6 on top. That's what she's giving me with this look. Like the giant oversized pearl thing, and maybe it's an edit eye that she could benefit
it's a style
from.
thing. It's a style thing.
But honestly,
her makeup is really good.
Her makeup is great, and there are elements of it that are really beautiful. I also want to just point out, she's from Newfoundland, so the resources are not as plentiful there.
Yeah, they only get $37.50.
And she only has $37.50 for per 6 numbers. 6 numbers.
I would kill myself.
You could pay me $3,000 and I'd kill myself. 6?
Oh, no. You could pay me $3,000 and I still would not do 6 numbers. I'd be like, you're getting 2.
Mm-hmm. She would do the same 2 numbers 3 times. So it does equal 6. You're worth the money.
How is $37.50 the number everyone landed on?
Because the show amount allotted was $225, and they would just split it among the entertainers, and it always came to $37.50.
Wow.
But that's what I'm saying, is like she's in a different world compared to how many Toronto girls were there? 6?
Yeah.
Like she's in her own kind of world. So I do want to give her major props for being so polished.
Don't give her any more props. She needs to take a couple off.
I would love to take her necklace off and say, you're doing great, honey.
Yeah. Up next, Sanjina Debish Queen. She is
Sangina.
She's Sangina. Her entrance look is cute. It was really pretty.
She said she was Bollywood, which I thought was very funny.
Oh.
And
that's funny.
We do get down the line, I don't know if it was this episode or the next, but we do hear from her that she does struggle with body dysmorphia, and she feels like people are always calling her out for being too pedestrian. And I will say that did come through.
Yeah.
But that's the thing with Drag Race and Dragula, and I know we say this all the time, but like as the seasons go on, we expect more and more professional things out of working drag queens, out of drag queens who are making $100 a night. You know, like
$37.50 a night.
$37.50 a night. We expect them to come in these amazing costumes. If I saw this girl in a club, I would be thrilled because it looks great. Is it dragged up enough for like Canada's Drag Race stage? Also, we don't know what she's working with. We just have these like...
She says, I think, in the next episode, like, she didn't love the fit of everything she brought, but, like, as a trans woman, I can say this, too. Like, she was like, I feel like no matter what I do, I look like a man, and I feel like that all the time. I feel like even though I try to dress cute, I just related so hard to that sentiment. So, to also come to a competition and not have the resources to have, like... incredible gowns, beautiful gowns. It's gotta be really hard, and you're already dealing with so much.
I also just want to say, for me, pot of me, maple syrup,
She looks beautiful, by the way.
She does. I don't know. I try my best. I do the Google and the such as. When I'm commenting on costumes that are very tied to someone's cultural identity and cultural background, I'm just coming at it from a perspective of I'm watching a drag show, a drag competition show. Is that drag for me? You know? So it's not saying that that's not a great outfit. I just, with everything she wore, I just wanted a little more drag. I wanted
more point of view.
Yeah.
She's got a movement about her though that's so
her verse
engaging. Her verse
was great.
Yes.
Her performance was great. As far as
her face is great. She's
queen,
got a gorgeous face.
She does. As far as a queen goes, I loved her attitude. I loved everything. And I gotta be honest, I don't know why I loved this dress. I don't know.
I know why. It's because the slit goes up to the waist, and you just love
it.
Skin.
I love it.
You love slutty skin.
Slutty legs.
You love how it's kind of see-through.
I love slutty legs,
It's like knit. She's got a lot of chest out. Yeah.
I like that shit.
I do think her You Oughta Know look is really pretty. She looks gorgeous. I wish it was longer, but
yeah,
that's the only thing. She looks really beautiful, and I love what I'm talking about. It's like the colors. And
it's not like she's not giving us good stuff.
You know, I love a hat thing.
It's just not necessarily like oomphed up in the way that like season 5 of Canada's Drag Race we'd hope for. What are you looking for?
I absolutely left my wish hat here, didn't I? Or did I take it with me last time? Oh, cool.
Do you need it?
No, I'm going to take it. Oh, I loved Perla's entrance look.
I loved Perla in general. I'm so sorry. Y'all, I love this bitch.
There is something about a very tiny drag queen that in real life scares me, but on my TV,
right, because like, why are you walking?
I want.
You're a doll. Don't come near me.
Yeah.
Why are your arms
And also,
moving?
it's the littlest people that cut the deepest.
Well, because
they got the biggest reads.
Because they're closest to your Achilles or whatever.
Yeah.
I loved her entrance look so fucking much, but I also loved her talking heads because she's so sweet.
Yeah.
And even as she tries to be a little shady, she laughs so hard at herself that it doesn't come off shady
This
at all.
entrance
She's
looks
so
like
sweet.
a couture ice cream cone.
And the PP that looks like the Gucci, but it's her name.
Oh. Her verse. Bless her heart.
I think it was... And I struggle. I'm the same. I'm a monotone girly. I know I don't have an exciting speaking voice. I think maybe she just... thank you! She needed to push her voice a little more.
Yeah.
Because there just wasn't a lot of personality, unfortunately.
I didn't love the runway. I get that it's a reference to, I think it's an Alexander McQueen, which they referenced in season 4 America.
No, this is...
But I didn't love it.
This is a reference to Dita Ritz from season 4 America. Yeah. That's what this is, obviously. I loved it. I know. She's just repeating a look that other people have done. We've seen that 1,000 times. The lace bodysuit didn't necessarily make sense. The face bikini, the hair, it was weird. But she does it for me. What is that?
She's tiny.
Because she's so small. Yeah. And I don't expect her to have clothes.
She's like the elf on the shelf.
She did get a thorn for her verse. And that
she got a thorn for her verse, but I liked how she handled it. She was like, I get it. I didn't think it was going to be that bad. And then I heard all y'all's and I was like, oh, fuck.
And I like when she had the thorn and she goes, well, at least it looks good with my dress.
It does.
And I was like, yeah.
Helena Poison. I thought she's cool. I thought she is fucking cool.
I loved her.
I loved her, right? Monster High doll.
Yeah, I loved it.
I love the makeup.
The purple
too.
and the green. She's living a Barney fantasy. That must be like her.
Oh
her
no,
signature.
I get like.
I love it.
Acid punk, Monster High.
Monster
the
Barney.
Boots are cool. I never even noticed.
And like the little animals on her boobies. I loved her entrance look. And then her. I thought her verse was really good.
Her verse was really good.
And I loved the little drippy. I thought she looked like a pop star.
And then more of her with her runway, but it's like monster lingerie. She said, I like her. I feel like I'm getting to know her.
Yes. She said, well, and I love her makeup. I love all the little white stuff that
her verse had all the stuff about poison.
Yeah, because she's poison.
Sorry,
everybody. I loved the runway look, except to me, the black mesh bodysuit seemed more like the outfit. That's all I saw initially. And even as I'm like looking around her body, I'm just seeing a lot of bodysuit. So I wish there just had been a little more dinosaur or whatever the fuck she was going for. But I love it.
I will say, whatever her body is, like, if that's really her body up on top, I'm not speaking about her body, but like her drag body
is so
good.
It
looks cool.
Yeah, her drag
and the fact that it looks just like a sheer over her just regular body, like she.
Okay, you're right. There's an element there.
It's that kind of slutty monster. But no, I'm just saying, like, the fact that I can't tell if that's a corseted and like a latex thing over, if it's just her body, and like I can't see the hip pads or the tights. It's cool.
Yeah, she looks great.
Jaylene time.
I love her so much.
It's so good. Everything I've learned and seen about her in the first 2 episodes, I just couldn't be more excited. She's connected to drag queens in the past in Canada, the indigenous heritage, this opening look.
And she's
two-spirit and trans.
Get
gender.
Out of here.
Yeah.
And she looks like a drag queen.
52.
She walked in. Look at that face. Look at that hair. That is a classic drag queen, and that is so
But
good
a little
to
bit
see.
updated. It's not like quite Lavoie. It's like updated and modern.
Thank you for saying that. Because I completely agree.
I love Lavoie.
Love Lavoie, but Lavoie has given up, and we understand that.
But this is really good, and it shows us
giving up on growing, not giving up in
you're
general.
doing.
She's doing great.
Like why you're here.
Even Michelle Visage said that she was outdated. Big fan. Huge
fan. Her verse, she looks absolutely stunning.
Oh my god.
And I loved her voice. I love that she didn't do just a straight up rap. She sang a little bit.
She sang a lot of it. I love that she's like, I'm gonna sit on this circle and I'm just gonna sing.
She looks absolutely beautiful.
There's just the confidence in that is so good.
It's a quiet confidence.
Yeah.
That I feel from her. That's like, yeah, I do it all. I do Dolly. I do this, I do that. I'm gorgeous, and I'm here to show who I am. I loved it.
And she's so encouraging. It must take a lot of emotional
space.
Yes, to be able to be that supportive elder in the community. And she's being nothing but supportive and kind and going out of her way to like make other people feel better about themselves. Like, she's an icon.
She's already a star. And then her runway was so beautiful. It was classic old Hollywood.
I'm going to tell you this right here, right now. If she didn't have that face and that hair, I would have hated this. Without that element, it's just like, okay, what is this? Like a pageant dress? What? But then when she adds this old Hollywood glamour to it,
it shows
she
us
knows what she's doing.
References she's bringing with us.
Yeah, she actually got the rose for the runway, and I'm so happy. I think well deserved.
I don't know what just happened, but I made a little one of her.
Oh, cute!
Yeah, the Virgo Queen. The Virgo Queen was sneaky because when she came in, I thought, oh, this is cute. She's cute.
Y2K. All right. Cute, sure.
It's stoned within an inch of its life. That's really cool.
Yeah,
for denim.
Definitely lost a lung doing that.
I did take note. I kind of perked up during her verse. I thought her verse was so good, and the look is incredible.
Yeah, I was paying attention. I did this.
I'm sad. I'm up. her runway, just so good.
I love it. I love it so much.
Fucking good.
It's a look that we've seen done 1,000 times, but not like this. That's the point of
view.
It's
a little ABBA. It's a little artist formerly known as Prince.
That's the point of view that I'm looking for.
Poodle.
From her drag daughter, Sanjina, which I love that they're there together, mother and daughter. And I love that she was there to like help support her. I'm so happy that she's her drag mom because she has such a strong point of view. I know that Sanjina, as she continues to grow as a drag artist, will only benefit from that relationship.
Yeah. And I love that we have a lot of fashion queens and a lot of queens that like, you know, acquire couture, whatever. But this still feels like a drag costume to me.
Yeah.
It feels fun. It's the kind of drag I respond to.
Yeah. I'm
really
sorry. I had that backwards. She got the rose for the runway. Jaylene got the rose for her entrance.
Oh, Jaylene got her. That makes sense.
Sorry,
That makes
I had
sense.
it backwards.
Yes. Okay, oh my god.
Oh my god. I loved her.
Gotta say.
I love weird.
I love weird when she did the tooth reveal.
She had a tooth
reveal. I love this opening look. And I love those glasses. I have them. Any bald head drag queen that's quirky and campy.
You're horny.
Is fun. That would be me if I didn't transition.
You would have been bald for sure.
Yeah.
Because I would have ripped it all out.
Yeah.
I was so happy to see a weirdo walk through the door. I was just so excited. And I love her weird contour. I fucking love it.
Her weird contour.
I wish it was a little softer for TV.
At least just right here on the
But fuck it. You're so weird. Who the fuck? I loved the entrance look. I absolutely adored it.
I loved her verse too.
Her verse was so weird that I loved it. Curtis was watching it and he was like, did she just say econ instead of icon? Or it was something like that. Like she was purposefully mispronouncing words.
She's weird.
And I was like, she's so weird. I will say though, her verse was very very Christian.
So I think that's her thing. I think because her name is Oh My God, like oh my God.
Okay.
I think
we're making it
holding up a mirror to crazy religious people and saying, this is what you look like.
And then the religious people have to say,
oh, mirrors, that's
faggot.
the devil.
I loved her verse. I loved how weird it was. I loved that she was laying on her back. At one point, her legs are in the air. She made me laugh.
Yeah, she did make me laugh. And her ought to know you, it's, again, more biblical references. I will say, I wish the draping was a little bit different. There was something about the weird pulling.
I had the same thought.
Yeah, but otherwise,
right
the overall effect, I love. Like, in a photo, looks great. I just was like, oh, is that caught on something?
And with her face contour and the no wig, it's so good.
I'm interested to know more about her.
Yeah.
Tiffany & Co. is so cute and petite. I think kind of the general theme for all of her looks, and again, sucks that they all happened right one after the other. It's a lot of bodysuits. It's a lot of pop star, and I think that's great, but I want to see variety like right off. You have a chance to show variety right off the bat.
I do wonder, first of all, she's beautiful.
She's really beautiful. She's really fun.
I like that she leaned into the Tiffany blue thing.
Yeah.
The weird panel and where it fell in front of her and the fact that the bow was like at her head.
Is it a box? Is it a Tiffany box?
I don't know.
They don't look like that.
It was strange. But what struck me was she said, I think for her runway, she was like, I was never allowed to be this. This is what I always wanted to be as a kid.
So hard to
Same. Yeah. I completely do. But it's also something that I think a lot, and tell me if I'm wrong, but it's also, be careful. It's also something that I think we all do when we first start drag, is we all buy the clothes we wish we could have worn. And
be the change you wish to see in the world. Wear the clothes you wish you could have worn.
Yeah, which is what I think she's doing right here, which makes me think, is she a newer queen?
Oh, yeah, I don't know about that.
Just because, like, to me, that reads as very new, because it's something we all do.
Here's the thing. I was thinking about this, like, we often call Drag Race the Drag Olympics. But in the Drag Olympics, or in the regular Olympics, you usually show up and you only have to do one thing, unless you're lucky enough to be in, like, different things. But in these Drag Olympics, you gotta show us a variety of things. You gotta show us and you have to do all of them. It's actually, really? Drag Race is harder than the Olympics, because you have to do every single category.
And you can't fuck.
I bet you could if you tried hard enough.
Someone tried too hard. That's what that ambulance was for. But I do want to come to her defense in saying that, like, it's hard to see that.
It's not bad. None of it is bad.
But it's hard to see that you're bringing the same thing because you are so excited to elevate these childhood kind of fantasies of what you would always wish you were able to do. But it's hard to see that perhaps you're giving the same thing.
Well, and also, like, if you are an incredible dancer and you're giving performances, you got to bring other stuff in here. I was thinking, maybe a general rule going forward for anyone who's lucky enough to get on Drag Race, maybe it's like you bring one bodysuit for one runway and then you save the rest of the bodysuits for if you get to lip sync and get to change or something like that, or performances.
Bring one bodysuit that's one-legged and just have that ready for your elimination.
Yes, and have an opposite or have the same big arm thing. Do an Elliot with 2 T's.
Wait, didn't Kyron wear a one-legged bodysuit?
Kyron broke the curse.
Right before she won?
I don't know. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, sorry. She won.
Tiffany Anko's adorable. She's fun.
Yeah, just overall.
Yeah.
It was, you get it. Did she get a thorn? Yeah,
she got
the thorn for the
probably
runway.
For entrance, I thought.
No, entrance was Tara.
Xana belts.
I liked it. There's something about Xana. I'm really into her.
Well, she's a cunt.
And I love it.
So far, I've yet to see any of it be funny. That was my issue with Plain Jane. I didn't really find a lot of it funny, so I just kind of had a bad taste in my mouth.
I'm going to push back. She was really funny in the second episode when they were sitting around the table talking. What did she say that was so funny? It was so funny I didn't write it down because it's art. And I wanted the art to live out in the world.
What were you talking about when she was like, is that page 1? Are you going to write it down?
No, but that's also funny. Listen, I think she's funny. I think she's funny.
I think there was a one time when I thought she was funny, but mostly I think she's just kind of a cunt. But I think she wants us to think that.
And I liked this entrance look a lot.
I like the entrance look. Makeup beautiful. I love how she styled it.
Now, her verse, I have to be honest, I don't remember a lot about the verse, but I do remember being very taken in by her.
Yeah,
I just like the way she looks.
Yeah, I like the way she looks.
I do, sorry.
And I really liked her runway.
I did too. I had a lot of fun with it.
She was a bad bitch.
And it was well tailored. As long as the suit's well tailored, you can get away with a lot.
I
loved the style.
I like the colors. I love the headpiece and the giant cane. Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was really cool. It was a new take.
She's walking with a weapon.
On a suit. Yeah. Business. Finally, Michaela Couture.
Ugh.
I would like to go ahead and go on record and say that I called it way back in the day.
You did.
In fact, I do have video evidence.
Play it, Sam.
This girl is so charming.
Oh,
I would not be surprised if she gets on Drag Race, if she wants that herself. She's already started drag. She did steal the episode.
She really did.
Honestly, they should have her produce it.
And then, like, Trauma Talk, usually we get little snippets from people. We didn't care about anybody else. My focus was on her. And Alexis.
Yeah.
You really did say it.
I did. Yeah.
You should do that hair again.
Oh, I must have.
So she screen recorded it to send it to me, and then she forgot that she left the recording on.
Scrolling on TikTok.
And so then I got to watch 1.5 minutes of her scrolling on TikTok and leaving a comment.
I know you were already popular for Percent. I know you're going to be even more popular for Wicked. But I swear, if you stop voicing Raha Tia in Final Fantasy 14...
Okay, you've already watched this TikTok. Don't watch it again.
Oh.
We have stuff to do. You just turn that off. You did it. And congratulations.
Thank you.
Now let's talk about this beauty walking in.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
It's so good.
Holy fuck.
She's so beautiful.
She's so gorgeous. I'm just so in love with her. And hearing her, because she wasn't out as trans at the time.
No, at the time she was like 15 or 16.
Oh, yeah. Hearing her journey, I just, and I'm so glad that Jaylene's there for her. I love her so much.
It really,
and Sangina, I just love that they're finding each
other.
Just
already beautiful moments.
Yeah, I loved her.
Her verse. It happened so quick, just the first episode, that I didn't have time to think about, like, she's already been on, like, is this going to be like a Nebraska type thing? Is she going to Nepo baby?
Hold your tongue.
Nepo drag baby? But
can I say this, though? I would love to see Nebraska on a season. I think it'd be fun to watch.
I think it would be so fun.
To watch.
If all the states got to send one of their own.
Yeah. House of Reps style.
Cut all
she
thoughts.
Looked amazing.
She looked amazing.
Her
the verse was incredible.
Her saying, Asthma, which was like her take on the Nicki Minaj verse. It stopped me. Well,
so
I mean, I
good.
was sitting. I wasn't going anywhere. But if I had been going anywhere, I would have stopped.
Fully fledged.
So she got the rosebud for the performance.
She got the rosebud
obviously.
for the performance.
Or is it just rose?
I think it's Rosebud. Because
butthole.
Butthole. Her getting to know me look, she just looks stunning.
She Diana Ross.
In this yellow gown.
My only critique of that was the undergarment.
It was the fact that you could see a little bit of the...
I wish the black undergarment had been that same orangey color as her boa or
Yellow
something.
or something. Yeah,
like, I wish there had been a contrasting color or something that made sense. But that's tiny compared
that's
to
such
the
a tiny
look.
and forgivable thing because she looked so good.
Yeah.
The top two are Michaela Couture and the Virgo Queen. I wholeheartedly agree.
What did you think about them doing the whole rosebud and thorn?
I like it.
And then getting to the runway and being like, never mind, none of it matters. No one's going home. I have a couple rosebud thorns thoughts. I wish they had done the rosebud thorns the way they did it last year. Right after the entrances, they gave them rosebuds and thorns.
Oh, that's right, they did.
Because that was so interesting to watch because it immediately...
fueled fire. It made it real.
It made it real. And people were like suddenly devastated as soon as they walk in the workroom, which I know for them personal mental health wise, probably not great as a viewer. Incredible to watch.
Yeah.
So they built up all this tension until the very end. Then they release the tension by announcing it. And then they say, never mind, the tension doesn't matter. No one's going home.
Well,
that bothered me.
I think
wish
it was
they had saved it for
forgivable
another
because
episode.
it was a first episode.
No, I know,
I
but like...
I like getting
but
everyone
the
getting
rosebud
more
and thorn
chance.
means nothing. Don't rosebuds mean anything anymore?
I'm looking at you, farmers.
Yeah, what the fuck are y'all doing with your buds?
They're probably in the barn doing bad stuff with their buds.
Anal. Sorry, Lana backwards.
No, thank you. It ends up being a lip sync, and the Virgo Queen wins the first episode.
Pretty girl era.
Yeah.
I thought they both did good, but Michaela unfortunately was in that gown. She was like...
Yeah, that was just a logistics issue. It sucked to have her like be hindered.
But I loved watching...
by gown.
I loved watching this lip sync.
I loved watching the Virgo Queen.
Yeah.
And both of them, yeah. Episode 2, and it's the return of the Golden Beef. Which I
love the fucking Golden Beaver.
Yeah.
I wish more series would do... Did you see on our last Dragula, because I made such a big stink about there being shitty drama and no drama, that they said, what if they had something similar to the Golden Beaver? What if they had something that could stop someone?
The rotted guts.
Yeah, like stinky dildo.
Oh, no, you know what they should do? They should bring the Thanksgiving chicken back next year. And each time...
And it'd be the same chicken.
Yeah.
I like that.
They get to break into 3 teams, and they're doing
bottom
PSAs.
3.
They're doing PSAs.
Yeah, to aliens. So they said, hey, aliens are coming to Earth. We need videos to tell them what stuff means. The 3 most important things that we need to tell aliens about are manners, family, and sexuality.
Yeah.
Now, personally, listen, that's your art. But personally...
I think some of you families need manners.
Or aliens in them. No, like if an alien's coming to Earth, and they're like, there's 3 things you can teach them about. What would be the 3 things you would think an alien would need to know? Customs. Why we do what we do.
Culture?
Customs, culture. That's all one. Yeah.
Okay.
That would be one for sure.
Housewives.
All of them?
Although at least the ones airing. Because I gotta be honest, I left the Jersey train. I didn't even watch last season.
Well, but like early Jersey.
I'm sure
I don't want
early
aliens.
Jersey is
I don't want
good.
aliens to miss out on the man shows.
Sure
Listen,
yeah,
they've already been through enough. And then third and finally, where to poop. Those are the 3 things that I think we should teach them.
Poop?
Obviously, yeah.
Cool. Do you think it comes
They're
out of their
super into it.
butt or out of somewhere else?
They're rosebud, in fact.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you think aliens have gardening?
No, I think they have buttholes.
Oh, cool.
And then their runways were time and place. So they got to pick a time and place and then represent
I liked
it.
this
I loved
runway.
the idea.
I thought it was cute.
I loved it. So let's start with team family was first, right?
Yeah, team families. Oh my God, Terra Nova, Xana, and Sangina.
Sangina, because vagina.
And Sangina.
Yes, it was bad. It wasn't funny.
It wasn't funny.
But let's talk about their runway looks. How about that?
Sangina's was a little too simple for me.
Yeah, it was a bummer.
I thought she did fine in the with what she had to work with. I thought she did fine in the challenge. But this is I agree,
1950s brothel or something is what she's supposed to be.
She said Amsterdam, I think.
Yeah, I'm not getting any of that, but it's just a little simple.
Yeah. I thought Tara's was actually really adorable.
I loved hers.
I loved it.
And it was such a specific reference.
She's so weird. Yeah.
It was so funny.
Newfie charm. I do agree that it was cute.
It was so cute. The green fabric did show through, did show her hips.
Yeah, there's a bit of a fit issue, but
overall,
mostly the overall effect was cool.
And it's such a funny idea.
Yeah. Xana was a robot with a interesting hair choice.
Right. What did you think?
Weird.
Yeah. I thought it was cool. Her hair looked good on her, but not as a robot. That was like a 1970s mom. But I am all for a robot that's really into female ejaculation.
Yeah. Oh my God, she was kind of Dune. She was future, dry, chapped.
Shocked to see this from her.
I loved it.
I love that we're in episode 2 and we're
Mad
automatically
Max, not Dune. Mad Max.
It's all the same, isn't it? I was so happy to be surprised. Now, did I love it? No. But I love that it was such a departure from what we've seen so far of her.
Yeah.
And she ate her head. That's gross. You ever eaten your skin?
Oh my God. When she did that, I literally gagged. I was like, I don't know why this makes me so uncomfortable.
Okay. And I had the same reaction. I did not get horny.
I was like, no.
Same. I was not going, yeah, show me more.
Okay, well, just me then. Then we had Team Sexuality with Michaela, Tiffany & Co., Jaylene.
Mm-hmm. You're doing great.
And the Virgo Queen.
Wow. That was really good.
It's hard to know.
It's hard to know their names when they enter the workroom and they immediately leave.
They all looked fucking incredible. Starting with Tiffany & Co. This is absolutely stunning. This is so beautiful, and I love a dragon at Game of Thrones.
She's the goddess who
I made this dress during my Game of Thrones era. I was trying to do
it.
It was one of the first things I made. I want to fix it. But I tried to do these sleeves kind of I was doing a Marjorie Tyrell thing.
I definitely see you fucking your brother in this.
She didn't fuck her brother. She watched her brother fuck another dude.
Even better. Actually, you would love that.
I love that.
She's the goddess who planted the dragon egg that eventually hatched out Vietnamese people. It's this.
It's beautiful.
It's this beautiful lore. I think she looks stunning.
The Virgo Queen.
Another
absolutely stunning. She was.
Okay, so she's wearing. Okay, so she's paying homage to her African roots and the slaves and were enslaved by the British Empire, but she's wearing the clothing, the style of the royal family of the British Empire, but in fabric.
Beautiful African fabrics.
Flipping it on its head, because you don't expect someone to come from slavery into that. I'm not explaining it well, but it was so brilliant.
It's really beautiful.
It was so fucking brilliant.
It's so good.
And the hair, she just looks
so good. The hair with it, yeah.
Oh,
Michaela, this is so fucking cool.
If you're gonna do a look that we've seen 1,000 times before,
you have to do it this good.
You have to do it this good. There wasn't even just one set of feathers back there. That when she turned around, you could see there was another layer.
Multiple, yeah.
How did she start drag on this TV show and she's already this good? Thank God we're not trying to be good.
Jaylene time, just so good.
This was specifically referencing that point in the 1960s where she was also a victim. And the fact that she was able to do so in such a beautiful way. This is, again, I just want to reiterate, it's beautiful. And I'm so happy.
And it's so important.
And it's so important, and I'm so happy it's representing what she wants it to represent. And I do appreciate that there were some little draggy elements to it, the fringe was A.B. rhinestoned. Okay? I appreciate that. And I don't know if this is disrespectful. I just want to say, from a viewer standpoint of the drag reality show, much like the Virgo Queen, I love when I see something that is so representative of your culture and you've turned it on its head in some way. You've elevated it in some way. And this seems very this is actually just the costume, which I know is important and it's important to see, but I also want her in a heel. Is that crazy?
No, I had the same thought. No, I had the same thought. But
it's important, but it's also
she's forgiven because she's 52.
She can do what she wants.
And she can do what she wants, and she's mother. The message here was a little more powerful than
the need for a heel.
Than the critiques. But I 100% had the same thought.
Okay, great.
Their group...
They did sexuality, but they forgot the sexuality part.
Yeah.
They came with no script and no storyboard. The fact that Brooklyn Heights has to call you out and be like, is this just improv? You're in trouble.
Yeah.
I will say the only part that made me laugh...
Michaela directing from off to the side.
No, that was good though.
That was fun.
No, was the part where Jaylene was making out and using heads to get other people to make out with each other. And then the two hot guys are making out with fake heads and she's going...
Yeah. That was funny. She definitely was the shining star of that.
She really was.
And then third, manners, which I appreciate that we've brought manners into the conversation. Now, look, a lot of manners, a lot of etiquette that's steeped in like classism and racism and all that stuff. But I do agree that there are some things that would be good to keep around. For instance, I want to ask you, Wicked, the biggest thing that's ever happened to us this year so far.
No one mourns it.
What is your point of view on the whole singing along thing?
In the movie theater?
Because that's been
Oh, 100% against it. Unless you're in a sing-along.
Yeah, there's special sing-along viewings that I think
that are coming on Christmas, right?
Yeah.
And that's fine. No, you should not be singing in the movie theater. It's the same people. I'll say this is controversial yet brave. I don't like going to concerts, I'll be honest with you. But when I do go to concerts, I didn't go to the concert to listen to you, babe. I want to hear Beyonce sing it. I don't want to hear you sing it.
Sorry.
And I don't care that she's coming right at my face.
I just love...
You're right behind me, screaming. I didn't pay for that.
Again,
I paid for that. I didn't pay for that.
Yeah.
I paid for that. I didn't pay for that. I paid for this. You see?
Their manners, they did a great job.
It was the only one that made sense.
And it was the only one that made me laugh.
And it told a story, and it was kind of funny. It wasn't great, but it was kind of funny. And that was enough.
Let's start with the leader of that group, Perla. She was doing like an 1800s kind of Jack the Ripper type thing.
I'm telling you.
I liked it.
She's a fashion girly.
She's a fashion girly.
She's so tiny that we don't think she can be because how do they make clothes that small? But the fact that she had her like wound was like rhinestones.
It was like Vivienne Westwood a little bit. I wish there was a little
Victorian victim. You wish there was more skirt.
I wish it was bigger somehow. Yeah. But
she's also
I
so
love
tiny.
the rhinestone bloodstones. The bloodstones.
So
rhinestones.
Cool.
Yeah.
But she's also so tiny that when people are that tiny and they have giant skirts, sometimes they get read by the judges for like it eating them up.
That's true. Minnie Wang did a tribute to friend of the pod Juice Box.
This killed me.
This was really funny and really well done. And also her in the PSA, she was very funny.
And we don't expect that from someone who's hot.
No.
We don't. I loved this. She even did the bracelet getting caught.
Yeah.
It was so
good.
Good. And this is what I'm talking about. Look at her body. Her padding is so good. And she's still...
The proportion and the...
Yes. And we still see the beautiful muscles that she does have.
The musculature, but she even padded out the bikini to give it... Like, it just looks really good.
She knows what she's doing.
And then finally, it's actually going to go ahead and be Helena Poison. And she was giving like a 50s crybaby.
Yeah.
Alien. I got to say, I loved it.
I loved it not as a runway.
It is a little simple, but I think the overall effect is really cool.
Yes.
And the color, like how vibrant the colors are against each other.
And it's still her brand. You know, she's got the whole green thing going on.
Yeah, it's time and place. Perfect for the runway.
Yeah. It's just that the clothing she was wearing did look like you could just buy that off Amazon. And I think that's the main issue.
Yeah, but latex is like expensive. Latex and leather.
Well, I didn't say that it was cheap, but you could still get it.
It's just so well done, though. Like, you can't see seams. You can't see...
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, the makeup and the hands and the legs all match. Like...
It's hard to match your hands to your legs sometimes. I don't have any... What is it called?
Legs.
I've got 2 of those, and they're so long. What is it called when that makes the color in your skin come out? Melanin?
Melanin, yeah.
I don't have melanin in my arms.
No.
I truly do not get any color in my arms ever. I can get red, and that's it. Isn't that weird? But my legs...
You get red often for your legs and arms, yeah. That was just wordplay. I didn't mean it. You made me cry earlier. It was just a little payback.
I didn't make you cry. You made you cry.
I know.
And then I just stood here in my underwear.
I'm over it.
But did you like seeing me in my underwear? Did that help? Why'd you laugh?
Yeah. Well, because I'm always trying to not look at your underwear.
Okay.
Perla was the Maxi Challenge winner. Congratulations,
I'm so happy for her. Yeah. I love her makeup, too. I love her nose.
I like her. I just like her.
I like her a lot.
Our bottoms are Tara, Tiffany, and Xana, but... Xana gets the Golden Beaver, gifted by Perla. Interesting choice. So we're going with, like, critiques and vibes? Well... Friendship? What did we think?
I think part of her decision-making, if I didn't just make this up, was, well, these are the same bottom 2 that were the bottom 2 last week. Why don't we just keep them in the bottom two and they can lip sync finally. Like, I understood that argument.
I don't know. Yeah, I think for me, I was like, I might be scared of Xana, so I might want to save her.
I love her.
Yeah, well,
I love Xana.
She's a cunt.
So we get a lip sync. Tiffany is pounding her pussy into that pavement, and she did a great job. So we do lose Tara. She becomes the juice box of the season.
Tara didn't do bad, though.
I don't think she did bad either.
Yeah.
I'm so bummed to see her go so early. She comes from a place that doesn't necessarily have the same resources as the other girls, but she came with such a strong point of view and such a polish.
Yeah, what could she do with a little bit more resources?
Yes. Yeah.
So
like, as the season continues, I just thought we were going to see this growth from her.
Yeah.
And I'm sad that instead she's dead to us now.
Yeah. Before we end, though, I do have to say the moment with Xana and Jaylene, just like such a beautiful, we call it the trauma talk, and usually you've heard it once, you've heard it 1,000 times. But I just loved that moment and how vulnerable Xana was being.
Xana was saying that she
has indigeneity in her history, but she doesn't feel comfortable kind of wearing it the same way that...
She's wanted to explore, like, the two-sidedness of her, but two-spirit, not sided.
Yeah.
Drag queens do two-sided easy. But the two-spirit side, but she's been afraid to do so. She didn't feel comfortable. She's white passing.
Yes.
So that, I'm sure that makes it so much more difficult.
Touching and respectful. And then Jaylene going and giving her the like...
I can't remember what it's called either, but it was
it wasn't a scarf. I don't want to say a scarf. It's special, more special than that, even though I have some very special
something
scarves.
that was just so important to her personally and her journey,
and the fact
then
that
to pass
she
it
knew
along.
It was like, I think you need this, and I think you need it from me. Just shows what a beautiful person Jaylene
doesn't make it to the end, we will stop watching this show. And you know we will, because we always stop eventually.
We never finish it.
But we'll finish watching it for sure by stopping if she's gone.
Thank you for finishing watching us. If you liked it,
go hit that subscribe button, of course, notification bell.
Join us on Patreon at patreon.com/IMHOtheSHOw.
Also, we're on Cameo. What?
Yes, we're both on Cameo. We can also do a Shameo by going to IMHOtheSHOW.com.
Also, all of our merch is dragqueenmerch.com.
I'm excited about Canada.
Me too.
It's good.
It's good, and
it's good.
The girls are good. It's a fun group.
I just noticed this dress is really rustly, and I'm very sorry for you editing.
Oh, that's okay. You know, I'll tell you how I prepare to edit. Because first and foremost, our friendship is important to me. And I don't want editing to get in the way of our friendship. So when I sit down in front of my computer, I think, she didn't do it to you. She didn't do it to you.
Oh, you know what we could do?
And then I start to edit. And then when you do something, I go, she didn't do it to you.
Wait, I have an idea. I have a really good idea.
Okay.
For our friendship.
Uh-oh.
When that happens, you can write stuff down. And then before we film, I can be like, hey, is there anything you want me to keep in mind during this filming?
So you can cry again?
No. Because it won't be like that.
Okay.
Then I could say, is there anything I can focus on during this filming? Then you can give me like one or two things like, oh, your dress was really rustly last time. Or like you did a lot.
You clear your throat at the mic.
Okay.
Like when you clear your throat, instead of going, you go...
See, and in my brain, I think I'm clearing it away from you. But I need to be clearing it away from the mic.
Interesting what it take.
Yeah.
See, I'd never considered that.
See, and this is why it's good that we should chat about it.
You weren't doing it at me.
And I wasn't doing it at the mic. I was trying to do it away from you.
To no one. Wow.
But I can do it over here.
And you will.
I also think I subconsciously don't. Like, I don't know I'm doing it when I'm doing it.
I do want you to see an ENT because I don't think you have cancer. But there's something in there.
For sure. Sometimes I get really panicky at night. Like I'm going to drown. Can I tell you? I had a dream. I know nobody cares.
Really panicked that you're going to drown?
I get really panicked that I'm at some point going to not be able to breathe.
Yeah, but that doesn't last for very long. Because either you pass out or you die.
Yeah, I guess that's
nice.
True. I guess that's true. I had a dream last night that my friend was skydiving, but I was my friend. And so I was skydiving.
Scary.
But it was going really slow. And then by the end, I got caught up on the power lines like that guy in the lawn chair.
Well, don't go skydiving near North Korea with a tornado. Promise me.
Who did that?
Crash Landing on You, the K-drama I'm watching.
Oh, yeah.
She paraglides into a tornado.
Yeah.
Into North Korea.
Yeah.
Can I be honest with you? Watching Crash Landing on You, I'm so sorry. I shit all
That's
over.
That's it. I don't have anything else.
Well, whenever you talk about your TV shows, I shit all over them because I'm like, I don't like that. And then I have a TV show and I'm like, shut up, you need to hear this. But anyway, I'm watching Crash Landing on You. The majority of it takes place in North Korea. And I have to keep reminding myself it's not just a TV show. There are millions of people living in North Korea. Trapped.
Mm-hmm.
Trapped! And they have no idea how to...
That we're talking about them.
Well, yeah, they don't know what the world is supposed to be like. And if they do sneak and see like a K-drama or something, if they see anything from the South, they're risking literally their lives to do so. They have no way of escaping.
Yeah.
Isn't that sad?
That's really sad. And that could be us soon. If things go the way people want.
That's true. Yeah, but if anything, he would want us out of the country, so we'd be able to leave. We get to the border and we'd say, we're leaving America. And they'd be like, And then we say, and they say, you need help with your bags.
Well, that's why watching Wicked twice was so,
Gay.
thought-provoking.
Oh, sure.
Because it's like, who's the animals? Is it trans or is it all gays?
It's trans.
For now. Watch your back, gays.
Gays are more like a Bach. We're munchkins.
Oh, so because you're heartless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bach, motherfucker.
Me and Bach.
I know, there's been so many girls doing that. I think someone on TikTok found it hilarious, and so now everyone's trying to do it.
It's not hilarious.
I mean, it is a weird name. The first time you heard of it, didn't you think, why is his name Bach? That's such a weird name.
Well, no, because I had read the book about Bach from Oz. Bach
You had read it?
Bach is an L. Frank Baum character. He's like a... Do you remember Return to Oz?
Yes. Oh, he's in Munchkin Land. Because they mention him in
He's
the first
the
one.
robot. He's the like...
That's TikTok.
Copper... Oh. You sure it's not Bach?
No, it's TikTok. But they do mention a Bach, and he's like the mayor of Munchkin Land. I think in the first.
Good for him.
Bye.
Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Okay, can I have a hug now?
Yeah.
Now that I'm prepared for it. I'm really sorry.